Did you know the CIA trains its agents to learn at lightning speed? In fact, they're expected to absorb complex information, like languages, technical details, and foreign cultures, in a fraction of the time most people take. Some CIA agents have learned new languages in just 3 months. That's faster than most college students can memorize a single chapter. What if I told you that you could learn just as quickly as these elite spies? You don't need to be a genius or have special training. All it takes is the right tools and techniques. In this guide, we'll unlock the secrets behind how the CIA teaches its agents to process and retain information at superhuman speed. You'll discover brain hacks, memory tricks, and mental exercises that will help you learn faster than you ever thought possible. Plus, we'll reveal how you can apply these techniques to master anything, whether it's a new skill, a language, or even a complex subject. Ready to unlock your inner spy? Let's dive in and get you learning like an elite agent. Chapter 1: Decode your brain. Unlocking spy-level learning. Want to learn faster? It's all about understanding your brain. The CIA doesn't just train spies to be quick thinkers, they teach them how to rewire their brains for peak performance. The secret? Neuroplasticity. It's the brain's ability to form new connections based on the experiences you expose it to. Research shows that your brain is incredibly adaptable. Studies at the University of California found that learning something new can actually increase gray matter in the brain, which is crucial for memory and problem solving. The real question is, how do you hack that process? It's about working smarter, not harder. You can speed up your learning by actively engaging both sides of your brain, the logical and the creative. Spies are trained to think critically, but also to be innovative when solving problems. So, as you approach learning, try mixing the facts with creative methods. This helps your brain to absorb more, faster. Start by taking breaks while learning. Studies show that our brains are more efficient when we avoid long study sessions and instead switch between tasks. Remember, the CIA doesn't expect their agents to memorize everything at once. They're trained to prioritize and recall key details. That's what you need to focus on, retrieving what matters. Chapter 2: The 5-minute spy study hack. Spies don't have all day to study. They need to learn fast. So, how do they do it? Enter the Pomodoro technique. This technique is used by professionals in high-pressure situations to maintain peak focus. You set a timer for 25 minutes of focused work, followed by a 5-minute break. This simple strategy is backed by research showing that people are more productive in short bursts. Why does it work? It's about maintaining focus without burning out. A study published in Psychological Science found that the human brain can only maintain attention for a limited time. After 25 minutes, performance begins to dip. But when you take a short break, your brain recharges and you can hit the next round of learning with full force. To make it spy-worthy, adjust your work sessions. If 25 minutes feels too long, start with 5 or 10-minute intervals. It's all about conditioning your brain to focus, like how a CIA agent learns to track every detail in a high-stress situation. Chapter 3: Cognitive Cloak and Dagger. The Art of Memory Palace. One of the oldest tricks in the book is the memory palace technique. Used by ancient Greeks, this method helps you remember massive amounts of information. It's also a favorite of spies. In a nutshell, the idea is to visualize a place you're familiar with, like your home, and place bits of information along the path. Why is this so effective? Because your brain is wired to remember locations. Research shows that spatial memory is one of the strongest forms of memory. In fact, studies show that London taxi drivers, who navigate the city daily, have larger hippocampi, the part of the brain responsible for spatial navigation. To apply this, pick a place you know well and walk through it, in your mind. As you walk, mentally place the things you want to remember in different rooms or spots. Later, when you need the information, revisit your palace and pick up the details from each location. If you're enjoying these tips, make sure to hit that subscribe button to keep learning how to level up your brain power, just like a CIA agent. Chapter 4: Spy-Specific Speed Reading Secrets. Ever wonder how spies can read through stacks of documents in record time? Speed reading is the answer. But it's not just about skimming. Real speed readers use a technique called subvocalization reduction. This means cutting down on the inner voice that reads every word aloud in your head. The less you hear the words, the faster you can read them. In fact, studies show that by reducing subvocalization, you can increase reading speed by up to 25%. The trick is to use your eyes to track groups of words instead of individual ones. Try using your finger or a pen to guide your eyes as you move across the page. This can also increase focus and minimize distractions. But it's not just about speed. You need to retain the information. Spies are trained to read quickly and remember critical intel. The key is to focus on understanding the gist of the material, then return to review the fine details. Your brain will naturally remember the most important points. Chapter 5: The Elite Spy's Secret Weapon, Mental Conditioning in High-Stakes Situations. Spies need more than intelligence, they need mental toughness. To keep sharp, they rely on mental conditioning. The brain, like any muscle, gets stronger the more you exercise it. By practicing mindfulness, visualizations, and even meditation, spies can stay calm and focused under pressure. Mental conditioning isn't just for elite agents, it's for anyone who wants to improve their learning. Studies in psychological science suggest that mindfulness training can increase focus and improve memory. Spies use techniques like visualization to prepare for mission scenarios. You can use this same technique to visualize your learning goals and mentally rehearse your success. Practice makes perfect. Set aside time each day to engage in mental exercises. You don't need hours, even 10 minutes a day can start to show improvements. Just remember, the goal isn't just to learn but to master the art of keeping your brain in top form. Chapter 6: Spy Mode, How to Master Anything in 30 Days. Now, let's get to the real challenge, mastering anything in 30 days, just like a CIA agent. It's a simple formula: consistency plus focus. Studies show that, with consistent effort, you can make noticeable progress on any skill in just 30 days. But it's not about memorizing everything, it's about applying the right methods. First, break down your learning goals into small, manageable chunks. Spies know that tackling one small piece at a time is more effective than trying to learn everything at once. Research from the Journal of Educational Psychology supports this, showing that breaking information into smaller, digestible parts boosts retention. Next, use the Pomodoro technique to structure your study time. Then, apply the memory palace technique to lock in key details. Combine these tools, and you'll build a routine that works. By the end of 30 days, you'll have trained your brain to learn at a faster rate, just like an elite agent. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. The key is commitment and applying the strategies consistently. If you're ready to take your learning to the next level, make sure to subscribe for more tips on mastering new skills in record time. By following these strategies, you can speed learn like a CIA agent, mastering new skills faster and more efficiently. With a little dedication and the right tools, anyone can unlock their brain's full potential and become a learning powerhouse. So, are you ready to start? Your spy-level learning journey begins now.